The first coach we would like to recognize tonight, being inducted into the Edmonds Woodway High School Hall of Fame, is Mr. Jerry Karnofski. Jerry arrived at Edmonds High School in 1950, where he'd stay until 1963. In addition to teaching history, Jerry was an assistant football coach under Rich Rowe from 1950 to 63, an assistant baseball coach from 1950 to 53, the head tennis coach from 1954 to 1956, and the head basketball coach from 1953 to 63. While all this was going on, he still found time to play semi-pro baseball for the Edmonds team from 1950 to 59. Jerry's basketball teams were well coached, prepared, well versed in the fundamentals. According to Bruce Evans, one of Jerry's former players, Jerry was very innovative and ahead of his time. Two examples. In the 1950s, well before film and videotape were readily available resources for coaches, he kept a tape recorder on the bench during games so that he could make immediate comments on team and individual play. The next day, he would review the tape with the players, using it as a teaching tool to improve individual performances. Second example. Long before the geeky days of sabermetrics and the statistical analysis of sports, he had his own objective analytical approach. He employed a staff of managers to observe and chart the quantifiable aspects of each game. From the results, he would prepare a report card for each player, detailing that player's performance and giving him a numerical plus or minus score for the game. Jerry mentored and inspired many assistant coaches and players who would go on to have outstanding teaching and coaching careers of their own in the Edmonds School District, my father being one. Jerry took his outstanding leadership and organizational skills as a teacher and coach to become a highly regarded administrator in the Edmonds School District. In 1963, he helped open Meadowdale High School as the first vice principal for 3 years. In 1966-67, he would go on to become the principal. When Linwood High School, the fifth and last high school, it opened in the Edmonds School District, opened in 1970, Jerry went there as its first principal and stayed there until 1982. He ended his career as the principal at Mount Lake Terrace High School from 1982 to 1985. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Coach Karnofski into the Edmonds Woodway High School Hall of Fame.
Probably the oldest person in here. 91 going on 92, but I can still walk and I'm thankful for that. My first impression of Edmonds High School, my first year, I didn't get to see the first 3 or 4 games you have scouting, but about the 4th game, it was a Saturday night game, so I got to see that. And I remember walking from what they call the clubhouse, where the old, still there, where the facility, I didn't know was there before I was, where they dressed. But anyway, I walked up the 3 or 4 steps to the field, and I said to Sue Smith, the assistant coach, when are they going to turn on the lights? And he says, they're on. And I looked and it had 4 lights on about 8 poles, which is about the equivalent of 1 pole now with all those lights on. But, and then they had the dirt field. I don't know if ever people remember that or not. So it was really dark and hard to see, but I guess the good Lord lets you adjust to the lights and what they do. But my impressions of Edmonds High School was kind of a start for me. Because then I went trek to Meadowdale High School, Linwood High School, Montlake Terrace, and there's another school that I opened that no one knows about, and it's Holy Cross High School. You know it as Archbishop Murphy today. So that's been kind of my experience, one thing or another. I think my daughters are bringing me here, and I see some foreign players over here, and I appreciate they coming up and saying hello. Okay, you can have it back. Thank you.